Well, hello there. Sion Batson here from Sion Batson Tutoring, and in this video we will be solving two-step equations. Very important concept for all of my 7th graders, my 8th graders, my high schoolers, and even if you are getting ready to take the GED exam, this video is for you. Now, this exercise is out of my 7th grade math workbook. You can master 7th grade math, next generation learning standards. This workbook, it covers all of the next generation learning standards as well as all of the Common Core learning standards for 7th grade. This workbook has very simple notes to follow, step-by-step examples, guided examples, and more than 1,100 practice problems and answers. Parents love this workbook. Students love this workbook. Teachers love this workbook because it's a great resource for extra practice at home, for homework help, and it is the ultimate study guide to help your scholars get ready for the 7th grade state exam. So if you have a 7th grader, I would highly recommend that you get them a copy. You can grab your copy from Amazon. Now to our exercise. When solving a two-step equation, our ultimate goal will be to get the variable we are solving for a positive and on a side by itself. Let me say that again. Our ultimate goal will be to get the variable positive and on a side by itself. Now, to get the variable positive and by itself, we will have to get rid of some unwanted guests. Now, these unwanted guests will be on the same side as the variable. To get rid of the unwanted guests, we will use the opposite operation. Meaning, if the unwanted guest is adding, we will subtract to get rid of it. If it's subtracting, we will add to get rid of it. If it's multiplying, we will divide to get rid of it. And if it's dividing, we will multiply to get rid of it. Now, very important, whatever the opposite operation is, we must do the opposite operation on both sides of the equation. Let me repeat that. Whatever the opposite operation is, we must do the opposite operation on both sides of the equation. If we add on the left side, we must add on the right side. If we multiply on the left side, we must multiply on the right side as well. So far, so good? Now, to our example. We have 8n plus 7 is equal to 31. The variable we are solving for is n. N is on the left side of the equation. So now, our ultimate goal will be to get n positive and by itself. Now, to get n by itself, we'll have to get rid of the positive 7 and the 8. See that? If I get rid of the 8 and the 7, n is all by itself. The question is, however, which guest do I get rid of first? Here is a quick rule. You always get rid of the guest that is closest to the variable last. Yeah? Always get rid of the guest that is closest to the variable last. So in this example, we'll get rid of the 8 last because the 8 is closest or closer to the n. So we'll get rid of the 7 first. The 7 is adding to the n. So because it's adding, we are going to subtract. So we're going to first, step 1, we will subtract 7 on the left side. Remember again though, if we subtract 7 on the left side, we must subtract 7 on the right side. So we simplify. That is gone because plus 7 take 7 is 0. So on the left side, we're left with 8n. And on the right side, we're left with 24. Now note, that's the purpose of the using the opposite operation. The opposite operation eliminates or gets rid of the unwanted guess. By subtracting 7 here, we got rid of the positive 7. Now, so after step 1, we left with 8n is equal to 24. We aren't finished though, because remember, our ultimate goal is to get the n by itself. Still an unwanted guess, the 8. How do we get rid of the 8? Well, the 8 is multiplying the n, because remember 8n is the same as 8 times n. So since the 8 is multiplying the n, we are going to divide by 8. Now, if I divide by 8, 8 divided by 8 is 1. So on the left side here, we're left with just n, or 1n if you want to. And we're not done. If we divide on the left side by 8, we must divide on the right side by 8 as well. So 24 divided by 8 is 3. So we're left with 1n is equal to 3, or n is equal to 3, because 1n and n is the same thing. So there you go. We are done, because n is positive and by itself. Now, do you see why they are called two-step equations? Yes, because it takes 2 steps to get the variable by itself. Step 1, we got rid of 7. Step 2, we got rid of the 8. How fun was that? That was fun, right? Let's do one more. Let's do one more, just for fun's sake, and see, okay? Just remember, whenever you're solving any equation, the ultimate goal at all times will be to get the variable positive and by itself. Look at this one right here. Let me put the variable in a different ink, just to be a little more, you know, artistic. All right, so in this equation, the variable again is on the left side. Don't forget, our ultimate goal is to get the variable positive and by itself. Now, to get the variable which is a by itself, we will have to get rid of this -6 and this 3. See, if we get rid of the 2 of them, the a is by itself. What I had, -6 and 3. But the million-dollar question is again, which guess do I get rid of first? Remember the rule? You always get rid of the guess that is closer or closest to the variable last. Okay? Meaning, we will get rid of the 3 last, because the 3 is closer to the a. Yeah? So, step 1, we'll get rid of the 6 first. Now, since the 6 is subtracting, we are going to add 6. Again, if we add 6 on the left side, we add 6 on the right side. So what are we left with? The opposite operation eliminates the 6. So on the left side, we're left with a over 3, or a divided by 3, is equal to +3. Now, we aren't finished. Remember, the ultimate goal is to get the a by itself. There's still an unwanted guess, this 3, so we have to get rid of this 3. How? Well, since the 3 is dividing the a, because remember this is a divided by 3, so since the 3 is dividing the a, we will multiply by 3. If I multiply this side by 3, this becomes 1. So on the left side, we're left with 1a. Let's put it below here. And if I multiply the left side by 3, I must multiply the right side by 3 as well. 3 times 3 is 9. So 1a is equal to 9, or a is equal to 9. How bad was that? That was fun, right? That was so much fun. So again, when solving any two-step equation, any equation in general, your ultimate goal is always to get the variable you are solving for positive and by itself, right? To get the variable by itself, we will use some unwanted guests. Uh, we will get rid of some unwanted guests. To get rid of the unwanted guests, we will use the opposite operation. Yeah? And again, they are called two-step equations because what? Only two steps to get the equation, to get the variable by itself. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope you find it useful and helpful. And remember again, you can watch more free videos on our YouTube channel, Sion Batson Tutoring, on our Instagram page, Sion Batson Tutoring, and on our Facebook page, Sion Batson Tutoring. And you can also, if you want to practice, a great resource will be to get my 7th grade math workbook. You can master 7th grade math, next generation learning standards from Amazon. Until next time, enjoy your math homework and remember to practice. See you.